Well, good morning, YouTube. My name is Coach James Aiken, and I am the host of the Pillars of Freedom podcast, the Pillars of Freedom brand, and the Entrepreneur Incubator Challenge. And let me answer this question for you because I know it's pressing. Why does everything in my room look purple? I'm just obsessed. Let's be honest. No, I'm just kidding. It's just the camera. There's something about a saturation setting that I can't seem to change. So we're going to deal with it. And just want to let you guys know I'm kind of nervous getting on this, but seeing getting out of my comfort zone. Let's get to the real question though. What is the Entrepreneur Incubator Challenge? That's a great question. Let me ask you, are you an aspiring entrepreneur looking to start either your first business or your next business? Have you ever had the question of what business should I start, or how do I know this business is the right opportunity for me? So I'd love to get into that. And let me tell you what, the whole purpose of the Entrepreneur Incubator Challenge is to help aspiring entrepreneurs not only find their best fit business opportunity, but actually realize their personal vision of freedom and help them avoid investing months or even years and countless thousands of dollars learning it the hard way. How many of you guys, especially previous, business owners or entrepreneurs, know that, hey, you look back and you're like, I've made so many mistakes and there are a number of things I wish I could have done different. I want to help set up entrepreneurs for success. And this is exactly how we do it with the Entrepreneur Incubator Challenge. And what I want to let you guys know is that for those who are watching this video or have watched this video, I want to give you guys an exclusive offer. If you're watching this video and then you go into the challenge, I want to give you a free 30-minute consultation one-on-one with me on this, except in a Zoom call, private Zoom call, where I can not only help you find but fulfill your personal vision of freedom by helping you find your best fit business opportunity. This is absolutely something I wish I had before I got started. And that's really the truth behind the whole challenge. This is something I wish I had before I got started. So let's get into it. I have some notes written down here just so I can help me stay on track. How many of you guys tend to talk and over talk? Yeah, that's me. So let's get into it. How do we actually go about finding our best fit business opportunity and avoid investing months or even years and countless thousands of dollars learning it the hard way? Well, let me tell you a quick story how I found this system out for myself. Growing up, I grew up in a largely employee-based family. No one in my immediate family either owned or ran or started a business. And growing up, I saw how hard my parents worked to provide for our family, but I always saw it only went so far. If they wanted more time or more money, they'd have to sacrifice one or the other. I know even from an early age, I wanted to rewrite that story. So moving on, going into college, I studied mechanical engineering technology, very applied science. But I found that my favorite classes were based in entrepreneurship, product development, business development, etc. Going forward, I had the opportunity to intern out of state for my last summer, and I worked with this Fortune 500 company. But while I was there, I had the just the chance encounter with somebody who said that they're doing, their job, but they run a business on the side. I ended up following up with that guy, going to their business meeting, and find out that they run direct sales network marketing, and in that unlock the potential for just literally uncapped potential of income, passive income. Anyway, I built that business for 2 years. I ended up leaving for personal and religious reasons. And the unfortunate thing was during that time, I had caught this personal vision of freedom. But now, after I had left, I lost the way to fulfill it. So I walked on faith for about a year, just working as an employee. And how many of you aspiring entrepreneurs know that if you don't have a business to build, you don't feel like yourself? Well, that's how I felt. So about a year goes by. I feel like I have the permission I needed to start a business. But the question soon became, what business should I start? Okay. I spent the next 6 weeks scouring the internet, as I like to say. And throughout that time, I got this overwhelming feeling of what business is actually right for me. With so many options, how do I know which one I should start? And I like to put it like this: there are 10,000 ways to make money, but I only needed one. How do I know that one is right for me? So throughout my search, I started to develop this system to evaluate my opportunities. Fortunately, I already knew how I wanted to live and why I needed to make that change in my life. So the system I developed ended up becoming very step by step and very simple. Now, by the end of that 6 weeks, that opportunity had really found me, more or less, and I got started in business. I started seeing some success early on. I, how many of you have ever had a long day at work where it might only be 10 a.m., but it's still a long day? Well, I was having one of those days, and working in the machine shop where I did, we had two breaks. We had a morning break and an evening break, or afternoon break. And we get our morning break, and I'm already having a hard day. I go to my toolbox, I get my phone, I turn on the Wi-Fi, and I get this notification. And it's an email, and in the subject line on that notification screen, it said payment submitted. I was like, I didn't submit any payment. And I started getting pretty flustered. But I opened the email and I read in the body of the email, it said, Dear Cody Aiken, a $535 was direct deposited into your account. How many of you, if you were having a long day, but you got an email like that, would take some of the load off your shoulders? Yeah, it would definitely feel pretty good. So I get this email, and what was cool is that that person who had purchased that product bought it in two payments. So the next month, I got the exact same amount. What was really neat about this was that how it started to stack my income. I was also sharing this story with someone else. It gets better. I was sharing this story with someone else and telling them, it's been a long day. It's only 10 a.m. I get this email and I'm like, WTF. I read this, the body of the text and said, $535 direct deposit. I'm like, OMG. How many of you have ever had those conversations where you're like, you can see somebody start to think and you start to see the wheels turn? Well, this person started asking questions like, well, how did you do it? How does it work? Where can I get for more information? And so I'm like, okay, fine. I send them the link to the company I'm working with. And about 3 weeks later, I get this email and it said payment submitted. Now, how many of you could guess that I was pretty happy to see that email? So I open it up and it says, Dear Cody Aiken, a $1,599 payment was direct deposited into your account. That person I talked to ended up going through my website and purchased one of the higher ticket products I offer. But here's where it got better. Not only was I making profit, I ended up making a difference because I saw how that program that that person enrolled in started to change their life. They went from this place of feeling stuck to now having an option, and you could literally see their belief begin to build. And as they continue to, basically take work in their business, they continue to soar. So very cool that I was able to not only make profit, but start making an impact. But I started to get this sense that as hard as I was trying, I couldn't quite break through this glass ceiling. And I realized, very fortunate enough to be very involved in personal development. I realized that if I wanted to play a bigger game, I needed to level up the player. Okay. So I started defining, okay, for the person who, for the lifestyle that I want to live, who is that person? What are the key habits they have? What are the key elements of their character? And how can I become that person? And I'll tell you what, guys, as soon as I started intentionally building myself into that person, I was amazed at how my results started to change. But still, I was lacking something. I was lacking really a way to unlock greater profits in my business exclusively. I was becoming the kind of person who was capable and worthy of bigger and better results, but I needed to find out the system. So I went to this event called Funnel Hacking Live, and it's the number one marketing event in the US for anybody using sales funnels to drive business. And I went to this conference with this question in mind of how do I maximize my business? I'm already getting good results, but how do I really take it to the next level? How do I get great results? Well, everybody, with the exception of, maybe a few people who were former NFL stars who came on stage, all of these people had one trait in common. They were all part of this program called the 2 Comma Club X coaching program. This program is designed to help you go from zero to $1 million in a year or less. And I noticed that all the people who were sharing these success stories were at one time in that coaching program. And they said it literally took the lid off of their business. Okay. And I'm thinking, these people have much stranger businesses than I do, and they're much more involved. As an affiliate marketer, my field is very narrow, which allows me to focus and go deep. I don't have to worry so much about a lot of systems that most business builders do. But here was the major breakthrough. Russell Brunson, who co-founded ClickFunnels, co-founded the coaching program, and really organized all these speakers. He said, at the rate we are going with this coaching program, we are literally making a new millionaire every single day. And this thought came to my mind of, okay, if they can help other people do that, why can't they help me do that? So even though I got started in business, knowing what I wanted, why I needed to make that change, found that best fit business opportunity, and started to break through that glass ceiling, I knew I needed the systems in place to actually help me get the job done. So I enrolled in that coaching program, and that's one of the reasons why you are seeing this video now. It's because of this. It's this one idea. I had been trying to do it myself, that DIY business builder, for over 10 months, and I was wondering why I was feeling stuck. Let me ask you this. How many of you guys are either athletes or enjoy sports? I actually don't watch that much sports, but I know this. Every player who gets on for example, an NFL football team, they know that they don't win the Super Bowl by themselves. Okay. Every player knows that it's not the player, it's the team. It's not the player, it's the coach. It's not the player, it's the program. And how many of you have ever seen a one-man Super Bowl? Never happened. And it's never going to happen. That person knows that they need to have a team, a coach, and a program. Let me ask you this. Why should your success in business be any different? So I started to really ruminate on this. Not only did I have these, 4, now 5 elements in place with the coaching program, how can I help the people who are on my heart, aspiring entrepreneurs who are looking to find their best fit business opportunity? How can I help them get results quickly, get unstuck, and continue to find greater and greater results? And that's where the Entrepreneur Incubator Challenge came in. It was realizing that over a period of 5 days and investing about an hour, hour and a half each day, I can help people get results in days that would have literally taken them months or even years. Not to mention how many thousands of dollars they would have had to invest beforehand in order to get those results. So if you're an aspiring entrepreneur and you are tired of running around in circles and wondering why you're not getting results, is it possible that it's because you've been trying to do it yourself the whole time? This is the number one thing, guys. It's not the player, it's the team. It's not the player, it's the coach. It's not the player, it's the program. And one of the things I'm excited about with the Entrepreneur Incubator Challenge is that it combines those 3 elements. Okay. Now, let me go back to my notes just to make sure I'm staying on topic here. But you might be wondering, okay, I know how to find business opportunities. That's not a problem. And I agree. It's not hard to find business opportunities. But how many of you are still struggling with the question of what business should I start? Okay. That was where I felt stuck. I had so many good options that I couldn't tell which one was best for me. If you're tired of running around in circles wondering what business should I start, it's probably because you don't have a simple system in place to help you find your best fit business opportunity. Okay. Now you can still find your business opportunities, but how do you know which one will actually be best for you? That's what I want to bring to the table with the challenge. And the other thing is, some of you might be scared to invest. in a coaching program or in a team-based program or in a challenge, especially when it's online. Maybe you've never done anything like that before. And I'll tell you what, it can be a scary thing if you don't know what you're getting into, which is one of the reasons why I'm going live on YouTube right now, is to bring you that awareness of what you can expect in the challenge. Now, let me ask you this, though. You might also be thinking, who in my life is going to put me down for trying to take that next step forward? And let me ask you this. How many of you aspiring entrepreneurs try to tell your friends, family, coworkers about your dreams, goals, or aspirations, and they immediately brush you off? Me too. All my life. All my life, I've faced negative from people who say they care about me, but when I start to talk about things I care about, they immediately put me down. And they may not say it with their words, but they will definitely say it with their actions. And I find that these people, I love them, but if I continue to listen to them, I would be just as stuck as they are. They are broke, unhappy, and lack the confidence in life to actually own their vision, so they settle for what's comfortable. I know as an aspiring entrepreneur, as I got started in business, I felt very alone. I didn't have a community of people I can, really connect with and feel like I had that sense of belonging. With the challenge, I am bringing that community. So that way, even though the world out there might be telling you, no, stop, don't do it, I want to provide that community that says, go for it. You are worth it, and we will help you get there. That is the Entrepreneur Incubator Challenge, not to mention more benefits and bonuses that I'll be bringing to the table. Anyway, this has been your friend, your host, Cody of the Pillars of Freedom podcast and the Entrepreneur Incubator Challenge. If you are tired of running in circles, wondering what business should I start, I want to encourage you, go to my website, pillarsoffreedom.com/challenge. Okay. There you will find what you need to know about the challenge and really see if it's the right fit for you and what you can do to actually get started today and take responsibility for your future and change your life. Okay. Again, if you're watching this though, and you're enrolling in the challenge, be sure to include this code to give you a free 30-minute one-on-one consultation with me. And I was just trying to remember the code. And the code is Penguins37. Nothing related to business. Just remember that. Okay. Penguins37. You get in the challenge. You go through the funnel, you get started. You tell me, hey, Cody, I enrolled through this YouTube video, went to pillarsoffreedom.com/challenge, got involved in the challenge. I want that free one-on-one consultation to help me find that best fit business opportunity. This is not available anywhere else, actually. Penguins37. Just shoot me an email, Penguins37. All right. Let's talk to you guys soon. This has been your friend, host Cody. We'll see ya. How do I end this live? Oh, here we go.